Hey, and welcome back to Slick Willy Fly. So today we're going to do a bonus video. So the weather is turning, it's getting cold, and when it's cold I like to make soups. So what I'm going to make today is a butternut squash soup. And I start by roasting my veggies. I got cherry tomatoes, a butternut squash, an onion, carrots, and a garlic. And all I'm going to do is drizzle a little bit of oil on the garlic. Don't need oil on the rest of it. But I am going to put some kind of, like any Italian herbs will work. You know, I don't know what you can get where you are. But I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of Italian herbs on everything. Probably going to give it a little olive oil. I never think that we have too much olive oil. Then I'm going to put it in the oven and I'm going to roast it at 200 degrees Celsius, which is about a little over 350 in Fahrenheit. And I'm going to roast it till it's done. I can't tell you how long I'm going to roast it because it's impossible. Everybody's oven is different, but for me it's going to be between 25 and 30 minutes, and this will be completely cooked and ready to make a soup. So I'll see you back in about 30 minutes with a cocktail, and we'll hit the next step on this soup. Okay, so the vegetables are roasted. Whew, that was hot. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. You gotta be a little careful now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer I'm going to go ahead and transfer everything you see here into my pot. And then I have about 3 cups of vegetable broth, and that's about 600 milliliters ish. And I'm going to go ahead and simmer this a little bit, and then I'm gonna puree everything and add the remaining ingredients. But you get the idea. So I'm gonna put it in the pot. I'm gonna add my vegetable broth, which I have here. I'm gonna add a little bit more Italian herbs, and I'll be back in a few minutes and I'll show you the next step. So we'll be right back. Okay, so I didn't wanna film too much because it just takes time, but like, here's a roasted garlic, and you know that your roasted garlic is ready when they just come out basically like almost like butter. You can just squeeze them right out of their little shell. And I'm gonna use the entire garlic. Careful not to get the oh, it's hot. You gotta be careful not to burn yourself. But basically what I have here is I have now all the ingredients in my pot. I gotta rinse my hands. And they're essentially cooked. I'm going to let them simmer for maybe 10 more minutes with the broth. And then once they simmered for an additional 10 minutes, I'm going to puree everything. We'll come back and puree. I'm going to add a little bit more spice, add a little bit now. We'll do a taste test before we add too much. And the last thing I'll add is a little coconut milk and possibly a little bit of cream. And then we'll serve it with a nice baguette. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so my soup has been simmering, and probably been simmering long enough. So now I'm gonna go ahead and puree everything. I have to move it because my cord isn't long enough. But I'm just gonna puree. It's gonna make some sound. This phase, I will add, this is actually not coconut milk, it's coconut cream. And I don't know if I'm gonna add the entire can. I'm gonna start with, I don't know, maybe, we'll add the whole can. Now I'm going to put this in the sink. Put my soup back on. And the only thing that I need to do now is I'm gonna let it simmer for 10 minutes or so. It's basic, everything is cooked. I need to decide if I need to add any salt. I need to decide if I want to add a little bit more water. Do a little taste test. Try not to burn the heck out of myself here. Oh, it's good. But I definitely want a little bit more spices. So I'm going to let this cook up for 10 or 15 more minutes. And we'll be ready to serve. What am I saving that little bit of spice for? I like spices. So this is basically the soup. And like I said, all we're gonna do is serve it with a baguette. Maybe a little aioli would be nice. I know that when I was a kid, my grandmother sometimes served this with cheese, shredded cheese. So however you like it, it's just a nice winter. It's like 32 degrees outside, blowing, ice rain. This is a nice meal to warm up the family. So I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and see you on the next video.